live.
Guess what? We're got a little bit of time working on the car. We got the Subaru up in the rack way back there. We got the CRX. I have a 1985 CRX that's in that rack, and I've got a 1997 in that rack Subaru, and I just picked up 2010 Mini Cooper. So we're waiting on parts. So we went live, and if there's anybody out there that has any questions for me, we're waiting. Like I said, we're waiting on parts, and we're here live today. And the other thing is that we have it kind of quiet because the kid's not around. So he's always talking, and we can never get him to shut up. So
Right.
do we have any questions?
So we got Jimmy Smithers says, rad. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of that? Beautiful, nice 20-inch.
Right, so this is a 20-inch Freestyle frame from Supercross, Legends brand, former pro. It's got the Fiola head tube logo on there. It's got the Performer bend, a Performer stander right there. The reason I say Performer is because I helped design the Performer, myself and Bob Morales. It's got the double thick dropouts, a little bit different than what GT had. It's got the 14 mil rear axle, and it has the European bottom bracket. So just be aware that if you buy this bike, if you get this frame and fork, that it's got the Euro bottom bracket, because I think, to me, it's going to be the new standard. If you've ever worked on a mid-sized bottom bracket where you have to pound the bearings out and pound the bearings back in, it's a pain in the butt, because I like my cranks to where they spin freely, but I also like them to where they're not, loose, and I don't want, the bearings to be bound up, so I make sure that it's, tight, and there's a spacer that goes in between the bearings. Anyhow, any questions?
Yeah, we actually got Candy Apple Red on this bike. No, unfortunately.
No Candy Apple Red.
DJTA 630 says he's got to do one-footed frame stand somehow. How wide is that platform?
I'm gonna say here's an S22 Samsung in between. So
Yeah, it's big enough to be able to do your frame stands for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure it is. Awesome deal. You got a whole generation of kids that can't get the bike they wanted because these bike makers keep making the same looking bikes.
Right.
Yep.
A lot of those bikes, and that's what I like about this style, is that I wanted new school geometry, but I wanted an old school look. I wanted something that I can see from across the street and say, hey, that looks like a Performer or a Proformer or a former pro. Back in the day, you could tell a Hutch, a Haro, a Performer, a GT, anything, just by looking at it from across the street. Nowadays, every bike looks like a diamond frame, and every bike, unless they have that brake brace that goes across the back, that's about the only thing that's different on the new frames. Standard, Cult, Fit, all these companies, they all make great bikes, but they all look the same. So.
Mm-hmm. Are we shipping to the UK yet?
Yeah, with all this new stuff going around, the tariffs might be a little bit, little bit pricey. So as of right now, I don't know. It's a good question for Bill Ryan.
Yeah. So. Hi, bro, from Texas. I had a Hutch Trickstar growing up. I just found you about a week ago. I'm 55, and it's been a blessing to me to watch your videos.
Well, thank you.
Larry.
I am now 60, and I love riding. Riding to me is, and seeing other people ride BMX or mountain bikes or just bicycles in general, it's just one big happy family. So.
Mr. Reboot. Thank you for that $20 tip. And he also left you a note saying, "What up, Eddie? Love the content, man. Just wanted to say thank you."
Well, thank you, and we appreciate it, and thank you for the coffee, and
Yeah,
yeah, very cool.
that's awesome. Ron, once again, that's going to be a Bill Ryan question about the UK. Manufacturing has come so far since the 1980s.
Yes, it has.
What's the price point on these new beauties here?
So I'm not exactly sure on the price point, but I think they're going for, no, I'm not even going to say a price because
Where can they find
you
them?
can find them at legendsbikeco.com. Legendsbikeco.com.
Awesome.
You'll find them. Maybe we'll even put the link on there, and you know, you can find it on our YouTube channel and all that other stuff. So.
James, still got your 85 Performer. Nice. Larry, I used to do backward rubber ride back in the day.
Backward rubber ride. That's not an easy trick to get into. I mean, like, you're riding the bike forward, you got to turn around, you got to ride the bike backwards, put your feet on the handlebars, hang on to the seat, and then eventually get back up. And so you're riding backwards on the bike, on the handlebars. Hard trick. Good job.
Nice. Captain Calgary, when is the Canadian tour? Yes.
You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to do another rad tour in Canada and go ride through all the spots where we filmed. We have to do that again. It would be great. Find somebody to hook it up. Let's get it done.
Yeah. Jason Prez, are these gonna be available at Dirty Fest? You know what? You might.
I think yes, they will be available at Dirty Fest. If you could pre-order, we can bring them down to you. You can actually get them handed to you. I can sign them. We'll get it done. So
Nice. Is there a Euro bottom bracket you recommend? Inbound, outbound?
I like the outbound ones. It's kind of simple on my dirt jumper. I use the outbound section. There are most bottom brackets on that. What I really like is that they give you a direction of what is tightening, and what is loosening. So, and when you run one of these European bottom brackets, they both run in the same direction. So one's reversed and one isn't. But when you tighten them, they both go the same way to tighten them. They both go the same way to loosen them. So remember that when you're building one of these bikes with the Euro bottom bracket, is that there's a reverse thread on one side.
All right. Is the top two straight 20-inch or is it 19.8, 19.9?
So this is 1 second. We're going to focus on the frame real quick.
We're gonna do the measurements right here for you guys, right here live.
So from the head tube, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 21 exact.
21. So it's a 21. That way the seat lays back, right? So you can do your quick spins or what?
Right, on this one, on this particular one, on a 21-inch top tube, you can't do a quick spin unless your handlebars are extra wide or your seat is really far forward. But by having a 21-inch top tube, what that does is it gives you the room not to have to run a layback seat post.
Gotcha.
When we rode GTs back in the day, we only had an 18-inch top tube. So with the 18-inch top tube, we had to run that layback seat post so that we could spin the bars around. So it just so happens that the bars and the seat were really close together at that point in time. So not going to happen with this bike. Quick spins, probably not going to happen unless, like I said, you have really wide bars and your seat is as far forward as you can get it. So,
okay. Eddie hands down put more kids on BMX bikes than any other rider at the time. Other bike companies had teams of riders to carry the brand. Eddie did that solo.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just had fun riding. It's weird that we did an interview. We didn't do an interview, but we reposted an interview that Scotty Kramer had done, and he had mentioned that I was cocky. I had an attitude. I was, really proud. Well, back then, I was on top. I did the movie Rad. I was on, riding for the best company that you could possibly ride for at that time, GT. And yeah, I probably had an attitude back then. But I think I could have backed it up at any time. So, but now today, I'm just grateful that I'm riding. I'm still loving it, and just go out and ride. What else?
Let's see. SoCal bike scene is Wyman SD. Mark, what's going on, man? Rad. What's up, Eddie? Huge fan. Remember your king of the skate park. I had the VHS. Got my Skyway in 87.
87. You don't have that bike anymore, right? No.
Mark?
The bikes back then, now, we kind of figured out if you put an extra zero on the original price, like if you got your bike for, $120. Well, now you got to put a zero on the back of that. Now it's $1,200. So.
Let's see. Mongoose Decade Chrome Pink Mags.
Wow, you guys got
Nice.
some really cool stuff. Everybody, yeah, and that's the other thing is that, I like chrome. You don't see a whole lot of chrome bikes out there anymore. You don't see yellow or pink or blue, but, I want the bike to stand out. I want the bike to have its own style.
Yeah.
And when we build these bikes, this bike here, this particular bike, is going to
Justin, who is a member
Justin,
of the YouTube
who's
channel.
a member, that he sent his bike to us, and we're gonna rough it up, and we're gonna paint it with automotive paint, and we'll send it back to him, and it'll be cool. It's a like a chameleon color. It's a
Purple to green.
purple to green. So
Color
as
shift.
One way in the sunlight it'll look purple, one way it'll look green, and real cool in between. So.
Sterl Maine, thank you for putting the prices up there. 20-inch is going for $5.99. The 26 is for $4.99. Nice
$4.99.
for the 26
Not a
inch.
bad price.
For 26, not at all.
Yeah.
Ever been to Panama City, Florida?
I do not remember if I've been to Panama City, Florida. I know that I was, I did do a movie that I was supposed to be in Panama, and that was called The Contraband with Mark Wahlberg. And it was supposed to look like we were in Panama, but we actually filmed in Georgia. So
Nice. Oh, Jedi-tastic. That is sick. I still have the stem pad off your UK Cherry Red Performer from the World Tour 85. Got it framed with the signed World Tour poster.
Oh, good deal. Good deal.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations for keeping some of that stuff. And it's really hard to judge what you hang on to in life, right? So I've got stuff that I want to hang on to, and I got stuff that I don't know if I should hang on to. And like, I got this box of stickers that, is it worth anything to me? I don't know. Is it worth anything to somebody else? It could be $1 billion for all I know.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What's up, Eddie? How's it going, Eddie? Glad to be here. Nick. Word to Eddie. Good advice. Let's see. Scrolling through. If you guys got questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments there.
Right. So you've got comments. They're coming in. Jason is reading them off to me. He's asking me the questions.
Wow.
Like I said, we're waiting on parts. So the power steering went out on the Subaru, and we're trying to redo the steering rack. Because it's a 1997 and it's a JDM model, so it's a right-hand drive. It's hard to find a steering rack here in California. So if anybody from Europe actually, or the UK, maybe we can make a trade somehow. I'll take a steering rack any time of the day that will fit on that car, 1997 Impreza Subaru, all-wheel drive, for a frame. How about that?
Ooh.
Now I'm gonna have like
Right?
10 steering racks.
Just
coming
show
in.
up. Mark Wolf. Wow. He was about $700 into his Hutch Trickstar back in '85, but he sold it in '86 for $500 when he joined the Navy.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really expensive bike back then for $500 or $700. That's you had to have done, custom spokes and nipples and rims and, a lot of chrome and or anodized, and that makes a bike look really good. Sorry you had to sell it, but thank you for your service.
Johnny Davis, Eddie, I'm a big fan of yours. You were a hero of mine back BMX freestyle as a kid.
Well, thank you. I'm just I think I was in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing and having fun doing it. So I appreciate all the love out there, and thank you.
Somebody wants to see it. Yep, she's
It's up there.
She's up there. She's in all her glory. She's getting redone. Waiting on the motor.
Yes.
One night I got pulled over because I didn't have a reflector on my 81 GT.
You got pulled over
I almost told her that the whole bike was reflector because it was chrome, but she was cool and she got out of it.
Very
Nice.
Well, hey, you're lucky.
Got a bounce cool frame. Might be my old school frame style build. Let's see. What's your opinion on Haro bikes?
My opinion on Haro bikes. I think they're a great company. They went through some changes. Bob Haro owned it in the very beginning, and he made, decisions and things like that. And then it got transferred. He sold the company to somebody else, and then somebody else, and then, John Bolgens came in and started to manage a lot of the stuff to where John put a good taste on it, where it had that nostalgia look to all the Haro frames. He wanted it to look like the 80s. He gave it a great sticker. He gave it a great color combo, and he did a great job. So I think the best guy, that was working there, for me, it was John Bolgens back in the day, or even actually now. He's not working there now, but I don't know who's working there now.
Nice. Mark, yes, with this, it does come with forks. They are in the box down there. They are pretty, and they are Botima
I'm
almost.
not sure they come with the frame. I think they are
Right?
sold separately.
Are they?
Yeah, you might
Isn't
want
it
to check
frame fork?
It's just the frame.
Ah.
You can buy the fork, or you can buy the set. So you can buy the frame alone, you can buy the fork alone, or you can buy a set. I'm not sure. You might have to look on legendsbikeco.com. Don't forget, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, stuff like that.
I do like those forks.
Yeah.
Those Botima lookalikes are really cool. Haro was top tier. Eddie's still a massive inspiration, total legend. Did GT Corporate tell you what color bike to ride, or was that totally up to you?
So GT really had no say on what color bike I had, and they were kind of upset that I kept changing the color of my bikes. They didn't have a baby blue. I had a baby blue, and then they had to make a baby blue, so they had to sell baby blue. They had a white bike, and I rode a white bike, and they sold lots of white bikes. I think they had a yellow, but it wasn't the yellow that I wanted. And the yellow I wanted was a school bus yellow, and it was kind of an orangey yellow with a little bit of red tint in there. So the school bus yellow is the yellow I chose. The last time I painted a bike, it was the candy apple red, and GT just didn't want anything to do with it, so they never made a candy apple red frame that you could buy through them. So yeah, no, they didn't have any particular color that they made me ride.
Nice. It says frame and fork on the website. Nice.
Perfect. And good on ya.
Need to get more kids on bikes these days.
Yes, butts on bikes. Just get kids. Now, I've gone to this pump track, and what's cool is that when I go to these pump tracks, all you see are kids of all ages. I'm 60, and I'm seeing 2-year-olds riding the push bikes, the Striders, and across the street, there's a basketball court that there's no kids at. There's a soccer field that there's no kids at. But you go to a pump track or a BMX track, and that's all you ever see are kids on bikes. So yes, the more bikes, the better. And we have a jet getting ready to fly by because we're across the street from Miramar Air Base.
Nice and loud. Wait for that thing to pass by. Yep.
The jets, Top Gun's flying over. I don't even know if the people online can actually hear that, but it's deafening.
Yeah, it's loud in here.
Yeah, we can't hear each other when the jets fly by. So.
Eddie painting bikes, enforcing corporate to match his colors. Yes. When are you gonna collab with Scotty?
We're talking about it. The next time he comes to California, we're gonna try to do a little gathering and an interview, and we'll talk. So yeah, collab with Scotty Kramer for sure.
He had a 29-inch Maui Blue, but he just lost it in the fires.
So sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. Of all the stuff I have friends who have had everything lost in the fires also, and I don't know what to say except for I'm sorry that it happened.
I'm 52, still love to ride. I had a GT and a Raylan,
Rylan?
Raleigh.
Yeah.
Raleigh, maybe. When I was young.
Yeah.
Man, love the vids of you still riding, and you still have it, bro.
Well, thank you. Again, yeah, I have something. I don't know if it's it, but it's something.
Right? World Tour poster and stem pad was on my bedroom wall from '84 onwards, and it's still up on the wall in my new house. Nice.
Oh, very nice. Very cool. I just found, I was opening up some old boxes going through the garage, and I found an old World Tour t-shirt. Way small. I think I wore a men's medium at that time, and now I'm a large. So anyhow, love to eat. And the shirt doesn't fit anymore, but I still have one or two, so kind of cool.
Nice. Nick Hurst. Eddie, I'm 52 and I grew up in a BMX era. I remember the GT Performer I had and loved it. My son is 10 and said, "Dad, have you seen Rad?" He said, I said, "Son, sit down, let's watch it." I want to get him one of your bikes.
Very cool. To be able to watch a movie with your kid that he is getting into and you already know what it's about, then that's, what to fast forward and what not to fast forward.
Rudy Leplan. Did Eddie know what happened to Rich Sugar? Freestyle magazine, March 1985, King of the Skate Parks issue.
I know that, I know Rich, and I don't remember what had happened back then or why you're asking, but, as of right now, Rich and I are friends, and I seen him just the other day at the Birth of Freestyle book release. So, yeah, Rich is a good guy. So,
Mark Wolf. If I buy one now, can Eddie deliver it to Santee?
I'll have to make a trip out to, well, maybe if you're a member. If you were a member, then yeah, I would do this extra special thing. But we've got to save some spots for just members.
Let's see. I'm so amazed to know that you were the stunt guy in Leave It to Beaver, The first time I've seen you do the moonwalk was in that movie. I was inspired to ride BMX as a kid. You're a legend.
Thank you, thank you. And not
Huh?
only did I do BMX stunts in movies, I've been shot and beat up and ran over by cars and thrown off buildings. You got a good one.
Guess who just became a member? Mark Wolf. Nice. Joined in as novice. Thank you so much. My man.
So, Mark, now that you're a member, buy the frame, let them know, or you can have it shipped here, and give me your address through the member site, and we'll deliver it.
Yep.
Sign it, deliver it, we'll be there.
Yep.
Santee is in California, just letting everybody know. Just letting them, because if you become a member and you want me to deliver it to New York, not going to happen.
No, definitely not. Yeah. Our YouTube email is linked in one of the videos. You should know which video it is. You've been watching some of the videos. Go ahead and send us an email with some info, and we'll get in touch with you.
That's Jason talking, by the way.
Yeah.
Jason is the IT guy. Jason is the audio, visual, video guy that knows everything, how to do the YouTube channels. And without Jason, I don't think I could have done this YouTube channel at all. So I really appreciate Jason doing all this.
I'm glad to see frames in some individual style. I can't tell today's brands apart, other than by the decals. They all look the same. Congratulations on the bike frame, sir. I want the Subaru. It's such a sweet car.
Well, thank you. I want the Subaru too, so.
Can't wait to get it off that rack, huh? Yeah. Maverick and Goose flyby. Yep, that's what that was.
Right. Yes.
What do you think about California freestyle nowadays?
California freestyle. Well, not only California, but all around the United States and also Europe, is that, what the guys are doing is definitely hard. It takes tons of talent, tons of practice, and tons of skill for them to do this. What we don't have is a bunch of style in that. It's hard to find somebody that has their own style that or gives it a flair. When I rode, I used to say that I had Elvis. I just did something that it wasn't the hardest trick. I don't think I did that many hard tricks, but it was a trick that people remembered me doing because it had style. And I don't think the Flatlanders of today have that, and guys in the skate park or the half pipes, I don't think they give it enough time for that one hander where you're actually looking at the camera, or a backflip, which I don't know. It's the last guy I saw with the ultimate style was X Games winner a billion times, and he actually rode for GT. I'm drawing a blank, and I'm old. Yes. I forget things. Jamie Bestwick. He just had this floaty, effortless looking style that he did, and yeah, that was the guy.
Nice. Fish. Let me know when the Scotty collab happens. I'll come down and crash the party.
Yes, Fish Johnson. Fish and I rode not too long ago, and then I was there the day he broke his collarbone, unfortunately. Sorry about that again, and I hope you and your lady are good.
How about a Legends Bike Co. collab with Ron Wilkerson and make a new Wilkerson Airlines? Big fan. Thank you for the inspiration.
Yeah, I wish I could, but Ronnie's got his thing and I got my thing, and the more in 24, or is it the more in 25 now? I don't know. Are they still doing that whole tour?
They were saying that they want to do another one. They're just trying to think of a fun lingo. Think they're going to be going Canada first or something like that. No, Japan. they're doing Japan.
Japan.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I hope you make it.
Loved the movie back then. I had a yellow Performer with the yellow Skyways and red line flights. When the frame and forks hit the UK, I was known as a banana man in my hometown of Swindon, UK.
Nice.
Still got my rad race team jersey from the movie. Buy a frame and build it and give it to a kid.
Well, there's a possibility of doing
Well, we got a
bike.
We got a bike, yes.
And then I rode this bike. I built this bike. I rode this bike. This bike is, I think, the number is 150. So it's numbered. Not only is it numbered, not only is the frame numbered, but the forks are numbered and the handlebars are numbered. And they're all matching numbers. I used to call it my Stormtrooper bike because it was all white with black parts on it. And it's really cool. But there's a possibility of either doing a raffle on this particular bike or sell it outright to somebody who wants to, bring the money.
Nice. Congratulations on 30K.
Thank you. We just hit that today.
Yep. Hey guys, I'm 55, 4 kids. We'll be starting at the track soon. I'm 6'1", 100 kilograms, and would love to be back on a BMX. What size would you suggest of your 2-frame fork sets, or would either be suitable?
Oh, you're 6'2"? 6'2". You're a big guy. I would suggest either like a 26-inch dirt jumper, not necessarily mine. Mine only comes in one size, and there are different size dirt jumpers out there. And I would want you to get the right size frame. I'm not trying to sell you my frame. I want you to ride the bike that's going to be best for you. I definitely would go with a bigger style. You could do a 24, but 26-inch dirt jumpers. When we put the bikes together side by side, the handlebars are the same height, the seat is the same height. It's just got a bigger wheel, and I think it rides smoother, depending on what you're going to do. You're going to do flatland, you could ride a bike like this. If you're going to do jumps and ramps and things like that, you might want a bigger bike. So go to the local bike shop that's in your neck of the woods. They have a sizing chart just for you guys that are taller than normal. Not normal, not that you're abnormal. I am abnormal. I'm only 5'5", so.
But you look big on a bike, right?
Yeah.
You looked.
Standing on my bike, I'm at least 7 foot.
Let's see, our early '80s twin bikes worth holding on to still.
Yeah, well, they are now having, bike shows where, like a car show, you clean your car, you prep it, you chrome things, you make it look pretty, you bring it to a car show, you might get a trophy, you might get people looking at it. I just want people to see my bike, so I would bring my bike to a bike show. If you have these bikes that are pristine or that are garage kept bikes or carpet queens or survivors, the survivors are definitely ones that either people want to buy or what's the word I'm looking for? Just clean up and bring out and let other people see. Because that might have been a bike that somebody else had stolen, or somebody else, had to sell it in order to live their life the way they need to. But yeah, I think they're worth something. I think it's good to hang on to some of those bikes.
Yeah. I met one of my childhood influences, Tinker, back in the day. Still have to meet the other. That would be you. He rode Mongoose and GT BMX. Hopefully you and the crew make it back to Texas.
Yeah, I remember meeting Tinker my first time. My first time meeting Tinker was back in the day, and he used to race BMX. And when he was racing BMX, he was this yoked out, big guy, big chest, bunch of hair, curly, and he was this mean mofo and he just looked big and strong and he had style. He had style. I meet him later on in life, after BMX is gone for him, and he started racing mountain bikes and road bikes and all this other stuff. Well, there's two different types of people. You know, when you're racing BMX, you have to be in this top physical condition for 30 seconds. So you want to build that muscle, and you want to have that strength, and you want to be the first at the end of the line. For doing road bikes or mountain bikes of some sort that Tinker is now doing, you have to be in the lightest weight possible. Lean, mean, and you can get stuff done. It's just, he was a different person when I met him the second time. Thin as a rail, light, but man, he could run, 100 miles without breaking a sweat. So, a couple different types of people, but we're gonna have to call this down and what do we get? What do we get?
Ooh. All right, so I gotta show something off here, you guys. So Rad Designs 1986, where you guys get all your official merch for becoming members. Once in a while, Mindy here, who runs it all for Eddie, she comes up with ideas and she sends the members out merchandise to give back to you guys. And check this out for John.
So it's a bottle opener, but we have it specially engraved.
Nice. John, if you're watching this right now, man, that's coming to you.
Yeah, we'll send it right out.
Wow.
Thank you, Mindy.
Yep.
Wow.
Those are going in those subscriber bags. So.
Oh, the secret subscriber bags. You guys are getting mystery bags for being members. And
Preview.
yeah, very cool.
I want one.
Yeah, right? What about me? Just kidding.
Yep.
When are you coming back to Melbourne, Australia? Congrats on the new frames, mate.
Oh, Melbourne. I love Australia. I love everything about the Australians. And John Moore, we're going to get your bike back to you one of these days. Steve Casa, thank you for the bed and the place to stay. I don't know when we're coming back. Hopefully it's soon. Maybe we can head something up. We might be going to Adelaide and maybe maybe next year. Could possibly be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You should bring the Subaru out to SCCA Autocross in San Diego. We run at Lake Elsinore Stadium since losing Qualcomm.
I was literally at the Lake Elsinore Stadium yesterday. Saw you guys running in the parking lot. There's a skate park right down the street called Summerley Skate Park in Elsinore, and my friend Alex wanted to play a game of bike with me, and I told him I had to go first. So right off the bat, I did a backwards nose wheelie. Well, he couldn't do that, so he took a B. I did a couple other old school tricks. Anyhow, needless to say, I won. But then he told me, well, that's the old school way of playing bike. Let's play the new school way of playing bike, and we take turns doing tricks. I didn't win that one. And sorry, Alex, but you hurt your ankle trying a old school BMX freestyle trick, and I hope your ankle gets better. Lots of ice, heat, ice, you know what to do.
Does Hugo Gonzalez still ride? I took a pic of him getting 10 foot out of a skinny quarter pipe back in '84.
I'm not sure if he rides today, but he was just inducted into the BMX Hall of Fame. So he's put in his dues. I think he's thinking about riding some more. I know him and his brother talk about it, but we'll see.
Yeah. We got a bunch of people giving advice that they're 6 foot and which bikes to give. Thank you guys for helping them out in the comments.
Yes, thank you.
Always wanted to meet you. This channel has been great. Dagwagon.
Yeah,
So-
it's not about riding my bike. Sure, I'd love everybody to buy my bike and ride my bike and all that stuff. It's about getting a bike to ride and getting out there and having fun. If this bike meets what you're looking at, then, I mean, because this is a beautiful frame. Look at, this is beautiful. Anyhow.
Whose idea was it for Dayglow Pink?
I think it was the 80s. It was, things just happened. 80s, Dayglow happened. I don't know whose idea it was. It just happened.
Nice. People want to see some hot rods around here. We'll do a video one day where we do a little shop tour and show you guys what's going on.
We got that. Well, what's
I mean-
that one there? That's like a 67 or something like that. 69.
Yep. So we got his CRX over there. We got a bunch of 3000 GTs, the VR4s, twin turbo, all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering.
Yeah, we're doing a whole front end on this. We're extending it out 6 inches, and
Yep. Doing a motor, everything else in it.
yeah. So it's got a rumble seat in the back and whatever.
Yep. And then obviously got his Subi up there.
And we got a couple bikes up on top.
Yep.
We got a Caston. We've
Yep.
got a Caston. We've got a Proformer. We
Mm-hmm.
have a Performer. That black Performer up there, right? That actually was Martin Aparios. And I think we're going to tear it apart. We're going to re-grease the bearings. We're going to put it back together and make it look really clean. But that was Martin's old bike. And then
Yep. Yep. It's a beautiful one too.
the red, the burgundy quad actually belonged to, I think, Dave Volker.
Yep.
Right? So that's Dave's old bike.
Same as that one right there.
Right? So the red Dino was also Dave's bike.
Yep.
But that's a bike that Essie had given him a long time ago.
With the Lord Volker.
yeah,
right
got the
there.
cranks going on.
Yep. And then
I
that's
even think we have a. Sorry, John. We have a Subaru. No, what was a Subaru bike made from the Australian people out there, and unfortunately, we still have it in the box. It's ready to ship out, but we haven't gotten there yet. Anyhow, hey, we're gonna hit this thing. We're getting ready to get some lunch, and we'll come on live again some other time.
Yep. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you to those who sent those gifts. Those definitely go a long way. We definitely use that to go travel and shoot more video for you guys. So it means a lot. Seriously. Anyways, thank you guys.
Thank you again, and yeah, lunch just showed up. All right, see you guys.
See ya.